What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is Dark Monster Moon 87 here, and I can't upload any videos for some odd reason, but let me tell you the odd reason, and maybe it would make sense to everybody. The Hurricane Sandy incident technically shut down almost everything around my area today, and then on top of that, I was working through the Hurricane Sandy incident. It was raining like crazy. The winds were so quick that they were shaking the vehicles we were driving and everything. So a lot of people were scared. Unfortunately, somebody passed away during the hurricane, which sucks, to be honest with you. My condolences to their families. Also, the internet at my house and a lot of other people in the area, like everything just went out, from the lights to the internet. I thank God that, you know, I still have my programs and my lights and everything actually still work, for that matter. So I was gonna introduce my new series, Fist of the North Star, hardest difficulty solos with all the characters, but I can't upload it for the moment because of the hurricane. Which sucks. You know, I was looking forward to uploading this and showing everybody my surprise series that I wanted to work on. So basically everybody's maxed out, and I will just be running through certain stages with certain characters and everything. So far I have Ray, Toki, and I had Kenshiro, but I was thinking about starting him all over again, so
he could not move forward.
Also, I have another series I will be working on with Get a Life Podcast. If you go on Twitter and look up at Get a Life Podcast, you will see who I'm talking about. And it's a Warriors Orochi 3 series called The Warriors Triumph. So be on the lookout for that. Also, I have a series with a lot of people, to be honest with you, and it's a co-op series, so stay tuned for that also. And for now, let's talk about Ray. Now, Ray has a lot of quick attacks. Honestly, I love this character because he's one of the fastest characters in the game, and his spirit surge attacks and everything are pretty cool. And I love the fact that when you hit L2 and you jump in the air, he slices the crap out of you. Like, he cuts you in like a lot of pieces and everything. I like the fact that when he kills somebody, that they just shatter in pieces and everything. I love the Fist of the North Star series. I've been watching it when it like first came out. Not the year it first came out, but you know, the first ever cartoon. I seen it, and after that I just fell in love with the anime. And then when the video game came out, I was just happy because I'm actually a huge, like, I just love Fist of the North Star. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan and all that because I would be lying, but I do collect the games, the DVDs, so I'm just very interested and love, you know, basically the storyline about the Fist of the North Star series and everything. So far it's been a very crazy week for me. I've been very busy, been getting into a lot of crazy incidents but trying to stay out of trouble and still work on my channel. Also, I get a lot of questions asked, how should you build your channel and everything. Honestly, the first thing you need to keep in mind is have fun, follow the rules. If you're trying to get partnered, just to let you know, there's certain rules once you get partnered depending on who you're partnered with. Also, put out great content. Make up your own content. Don't come out with the same stuff everybody else has. Like, sometimes you have to make up your own stuff or switch it around. Like, if you see something that you like from somebody, then don't exactly copy it, but just make something better. Also, commentating's a plus also, because it lets your viewers, fans, and subs know that you're very confident in what you're doing, and also you're not shy or afraid to speak your mind and teach others about what's going on your gaming channel, and so on and so forth. Now, capture cards. If you're taking your channel very seriously and you want people to recognize your videos and everything, then get an HD capture card. Now they run from $90 to $200 and something. It depends on which one you get. Honestly, there's way more expensive ones than that. But for starters, they also have them used. But I honestly wouldn't get a HD capture card used, so I advise you that if you ever get a HD capture card, make sure you get a new one. Also, another question everybody asked me too, which I'm gonna get to answer that right now. Dynasty Warriors 7, the release date. I know it's coming out in February. That's what I know. As for the date, I will keep everybody posted about that. The Fist of the North Star 2 is supposed to come out next year also, which I can't wait. Also, I know everybody's wondering about the Omega Force tease trailer that's been up all over the internet, and you'll find out that information November 1st. I can't even give out that information because I haven't even received that information. So if I have from Tecmo Koei, then I would have let everybody know by now, but unfortunately I do not have that answer. I'm just as surprised as everybody else is, so stay tuned for that. Somebody said, which I'm not gonna lie, it kind of annoyed the hell out of me, because I wouldn't give false information to my viewers. Not that I'm saying that that person said that, but the person's gonna tell me they looked up on Wikipedia and what I was saying, that's not what that site said. Well, let me inform you, every single thing that I say about a Tecmo Koei game or anything, I get it from the people that work there. I get all my information from Inspector Chin or anybody else that works for Tecmo Koei. So there's no way in hell I'm gonna give out false information. If you're saying that, you're basically also saying that the company is lying to you, which there's no way in hell. So yeah, got that off my chest. Let's see. It's just crazy. Like this weather, it messed up a lot of my plans. Like, I really wanted to upload a whole bunch of surprises of the videos that I wanted to upload, and unfortunately I can't. So hopefully when the internet gets back on and everything, I can get right to it. I can also show you Get a Life podcast channel. He works very hard on his projects and everything, and there's a lot of channels that work very hard that I have on my channel that I think you all should take a look at. And the main thing that I love about these channels is that they have fun, regardless of how serious they take the gaming community. They have fun, and that's what everybody should be doing. The gaming community should all stick together. I don't think it should fight one another. I mean, competition wise, that's different, but don't degrade somebody and go, oh, you suck and whatever. Like, that's just overdoing it. If anything, if the person doesn't know how to play that game, then teach them. Or if you think you're playing a certain game and nobody never heard of it, then put it out there. And if your gameplay is good and everything, then everybody will actually buy the game, and it'll be like, oh, it's because of you that I got this game, because it looks so awesome when you were playing it. And that feels good when you get that type of response from the world, you know, the people out there. So a lot of funny incidents been happening. This Chinese lady, my mother, called me about 2 hours ago, and she's gonna tell me that she went to go get Chinese food and she wanted to go get chicken wings. So she told the Chinese lady, can I have some chicken wings? The Chinese lady goes, and I repeat, she said, no pay, no chicken wings. No pay, no chicken wings. And my mother was like, what the hell are you talking about? I already paid. So the hurricane was so bad that it was literally scaring the hell out of everybody. I mean, you know, it's not funny, but it's just the way certain restaurants were like reacting. Like they weren't even affected by the hurricane, but yet they were acting like they were affected. So it just cracked me up, because I'm like, there's no flood, there's nothing going on around that area where the restaurants were at, Chinese food restaurant and whatever else was there, because where my mother lived at, there was nothing going on there. Everything was perfectly fine. Their electricity, nothing didn't go out. So then you know, it just cracked me up, because I'm like, wow, like the way certain people are reacting. Like I went to Walmart one time, and I'll never forget it. This was last year when there was another hurricane incident, and my friend goes, okay, we're gonna go get some stuff. So I said, alright. He goes, I'm gonna get ready. Mind you, the news was talking about that hurricane, I think, yeah, it was Hurricane Irene. It will happen in a few days or whatever. Careful. So my friend is just getting prepared, and he buys like half a Walmart. He's buying big screen TVs, and I'm thinking to myself, why do you need TVs if this Hurricane Irene is gonna happen? What are the TVs gonna do? You're gonna hide behind a TV? So I'm laughing my ass off, and he's like, oh, that's not funny. And he actually took it real serious, and he didn't talk to me for like a week. So it just cracked me up, because I'm like, Jesus Christ, you know, like I said a joke and he took it serious. That's another thing. If you have friends and you joke around, they should know how you joke around, especially if they've been in your life for years. Now, if they take a joke that you said seriously, then honestly something must have been wrong with them. They probably had a bad day, or they're just acting like, I can't even describe it. They just probably got mad because what you said was true. And that's another subject that I'm gonna talk about also. Some people get mad when you actually tell the truth. Like, it's so right to be honest, but sometimes you can't be fully honest around people, and you can't honestly speak your mind, or else you'll be the most hated person in the world if you do so. Let's take for an example, somebody asks you your opinion about something, right? You tell them your opinion and they get mad. To me, that's bold, because they should have never asked you in the first place if they were gonna get mad. But some people actually act like that, and they get mad and everything, they'll stay mad at you for like weeks and they expect you to hit them up, but they're the ones that treated you like, excuse my language, like shit. It just cracks me up because I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? Like, you know, jokes were meant to, you know, make people laugh and everything and cheer people up at times, especially when somebody's depressed. And if a joke is gonna piss somebody off, then that's crazy. So it just bugs me out how certain people react a certain way towards something. The thing that cracks me up even more is the people that go, oh, I accept honesty and I'd rather hear the truth than a lie. Those are the same people sometimes that when you tell them the truth, they act like you told them a lie and they'll nag and cry and you're like, what the hell did I get myself into? You're like, wow, are you serious? Like, you just told me to tell you the truth and you're acting like as if I told you a lie. And you think back like, I should have just told this person a lie and maybe they wouldn't act like this and they would be happy. But the answer to that is hell no. I don't think you should change the way you are to make somebody happy. If they like you for you, then you know that person will be happy for you regardless. You can't change because somebody dislikes something that you said that they asked and you were honest. You know, if they ask you a question and you're honest and they're like, oh, I don't like that about you, then that's their problem. I don't think honestly you should change because of that. You change because you want to. You can take somebody's advice and roll with it, but if you don't want to take that advice and you want to go through a situation which you know it could lead to bad, it could lead to good, but that's how life is sometimes. You have to take a risk. It's just crazy, like there's so many incidents that happened like during the past few months. It's just funny. Like, I seen this couple I know, and they always argue, like literally just argued away, and you know, the girl and the boyfriend that just put their business out there and say, oh, but you didn't do this for me in front of everybody. Now, if you're in a relationship with somebody and you're putting your relationship business out there in front of everybody, that's a no-no from the door. You shouldn't do that. If you respect your woman or your mate, then you bring them to the side, or you wait till you get home and you guys are alone and you guys talk about it calmly. Don't talk about it all aggressive and think that's gonna fix everything, because that's not gonna fix everything. Another thing that shouldn't be brought upon when, you know, trying to fix something in a relationship is if you're stressed out and you know you're stressed out and you're having a bad day, then save that conversation for another day. Even if she or he tells you, oh, but we need to talk about this now, just tell them straight up, honestly, that, you know, I'm having a bad day, I don't think this is the right time. And then if they keep bothering you, not for nothing, but walk away. You're not walking away from the situation, but you're just making sure that things don't get worse. You know, you don't want to take your anger out on that person, and that's not, you know, you don't mean what you say, because some people, when they get angry, they honestly don't mean what they say, you know, and then they feel bad, or sometimes they don't feel bad. Like I said, everybody's different. So this game I love a lot. The game, you can buy it for $15, $10, $20, depending on where you shop for it. If you go on eBay, Amazon, GameStop, there's a whole bunch of different stores that sell it for different prices and everything. But it's on sale, and it's worth it. It's a pretty long game. It's fun. It's challenging. It is pretty challenging, even if you have a maxed out character, which is crazy because a lot of games usually when you have a maxed out character, you think, oh, I'm gonna kill everybody, and in this game that's not the case. It actually takes a while to beat a stage. But me, honestly, I haven't played this game for a while, but thank God I had data that was maxed out and everything, so that was a plus. But I just started replaying this game actually today while I was making this series right here and commentating. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, it's just crazy. Like, somebody made a comment and said, you work very hard at what you do with your channel and everything. I love it. It's simple. You know, it's not all difficult. You organized it. And, you know, I was happy about that. And I said, thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I'm glad that you noticed that. And a lot of people have noticed that lately, that my channel's organized. I like organizing my content and everything that I have on my channel. And I take the Tecmo Koei family very seriously, the community. That part of the gaming community is lovely. I love every second of that company. Just everybody in it is very cool, very down to earth. They socialize with you. You know, they have nothing negative to tell you. And there's so many people that hate on them for no reason. Like, it's just weird. I'm like, you know, why would you hate on somebody and have no reason, or make something up or whatever? Like, you have to have a lot of time on your hands in your life to worry about somebody else that you don't even know. Honestly, like, I'm so busy with my life. Like, I love my subs, I love my viewers, I love my fans, I love everybody that supports me and everything. And even the people that don't like me, it is what it is. But I have a life, you know, out of this gaming part of my life. I have a life, I have a family to take care of and everything. So for me to make a spot in my brain somewhere to worry about somebody else and be jealous and everything, that's just nonsense. Like, you really gotta have like no life to do so, honestly. I don't even understand why some people do it, but you know, I guess everybody, like I said, is different. I think that's gonna be my new line when something crazy happens. I'm just gonna be like, yeah, that's different. I try not to say nothing negative about people and everything, but honestly, I think certain people, they just worry about nonsense too damn much, to the point where they probably have to rethink and go, why did I just do that, and why was I worried about that? Honestly, I shouldn't. Well, it's not me, but I think people shouldn't be that way. I think if they get some type of way, you know, do better. Work harder. Don't knock yourself. Don't bring yourself down. And then since you brought yourself down, you're gonna bring everybody else down with you. That's selfish, and I don't think that's right. If you're trying to get somewhere in life, then you have to work hard for it. You can't just expect everybody to give everything in your hand. That's not gonna happen. And if that's happening, then you're never gonna learn good, bad, right from wrong. You're not gonna learn anything, because you're used to people just giving everything to you, which isn't right. You know, once you get a certain age, that should be over. You shouldn't have nobody giving you anything. If anything, what should be coming out of your mouth is, I worked for this and I bought this on my own, and everything that I have I bought and worked for and put my hard work, blood, sweat, and tears into all of this, you know. And then everybody will see that and they'll notice, wow, this person works very hard and is very dedicated to what they do, which that's how it's supposed to be. And if you really like somebody's content or anything that they're doing, then let them know. It's good to be supportive and everything, because there's not a lot of supportive people in the world. And honestly, when I see something great where somebody's trying to make something positive happen, I'm very supportive of that. I'm not too supportive about something negative that somebody wants to do and everything. You want to do that, then you're on your own. I'm definitely not gonna support that for shit. But it's just crazy how certain stuff is, and I'm a very open-minded person. I think a lot about certain situations that the world or people go through, and you know, sometimes they put themselves in that predicament. And hopefully I wish in the future that everybody just changes for the better instead of the worse. Because there's a lot of stuff in the world right now that's not right, that should be fixed, but it's going to take a while to fix. So hopefully it does get fixed, and until then I think everybody should work together. Don't be against each other, because there's enough stuff going on in the world that makes people feel like the world's against them as it is. So I don't think you should make people, well, not just people but others, feel uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. So yeah, let's see, another funny incident that happened. I was at a party this weekend, and my uncle gets so drunk that he tells me, I don't know what I have. It's my fist been hurting me, and he was just mumbling away. Like, you know how some drunk people, they get so drunk that they just mumble everything out and they go, and you're like, what the hell are they trying to tell me? And then you just start laughing. Well, I found out that he ended up having carpal tunnel. Now, he didn't know what the hell that meant, so basically everybody else in the room did, so they just stood quiet, and me, I had to leave in the hallway and start laughing, because I was like, you're about 55 years old and you don't know what that means. So we had to explain to him what it meant and everything, and he said, yeah, I definitely have to go to the doctors and get it checked out. I was supposed to go 6 months ago, but I didn't. If you have to go to the doctors, this is in general for anybody. If you have an appointment to go to the doctors, but you skipped that appointment and you waited 6 months later for somebody to remind you to go to the doctors, you gotta be stuck on stupid or something. So it was just funny. I was just like, wow, what the hell? Like, why would you wait 6 months? And look at you now, like, you're in loads of pain. Like, all of that could have been avoided if you went to the doctors. So it was just funny. Like, there was so many funny incidents happening, and it just bugged me out. Now, while I was going to work, it was last week when I was going to work, there was this kid bullying another kid, but the kid that he was bullying, he was young, and the bully was, he probably had to be around my age. He probably got left back a lot because he looked so old. And honestly, I don't like bullies. Like, I think it's lame. I think just something's just wrong with them. Like, why would you bully somebody that's just trying to do good in life. Like, that's, to me, that's retarded. And he was bullying the little boy, and I got involved. I'm not gonna lie, I got involved, and I pushed the bully, and the little boy just ran off. And ever since that day, the bully never picked a fight or anything with him. And I'm happy that I stepped up and actually fixed the situation. I mean, usually when that happens in my area, like, things go wrong. But the way that I approached the situation, I ended up talking to both of them. But it's too bad that the little boy ended up running away from being scared, which I don't blame him, because the bully was way bigger than him and the little boy was so small. So, and he looked like he wasn't a fighter. So, but I was glad that I caught that and I was there in the nick of time, and I ended up in helping the situation, and the bully hasn't bullied nobody ever since. So I thank God for that, because some bullies, like, you can approach them and tell them and they'll go, oh, okay, I won't bully nobody anymore, and all of a sudden they're beating the hell out of somebody and you won't even know it. And then, you know, stuff appears on a newspaper, and that bully might appear on the newspaper too, and forget about it, and it's not even worth it. It's not. So, you know, let everybody know, let your friends know and everything. Stop bullying. Do something better with your life. There's so much more to life than just doing that. If you think that's fun, then you seriously have some disturbing issues that you should go get help about, honestly. Yeah, this boss is crazy. I love the graphics in this game. The graphics are pretty good too. This game is like it's like a Streets of Rage type feel to it somewhat. I love the way he runs. It's cool. He runs like a Dragon Ball Z character. Yeah, this scene right here is pretty cool, that he gets into like a super mode and does different combos. When you get into this mode right here, then you can pull off a lot of different combos. Your specials look different and everything, which is pretty awesome. So the realistic part of this game too also is that when you get beat up pretty bad, your clothes get ripped up and everything. So that's pretty realistic, because there's some games out there that, you know, you'll get beat up and you'll still have your clothes and everything. They won't look beat up, your clothes or nothing. They look brand new, like nothing never happened to you. Like, there's some games that you'll actually get hit by a missile or something, or get shot, and your clothes don't have no holes or nothing, so it doesn't look realistic. And a lot of you know what games I'm talking about, because you play video games, so you would know that there's a lot of games out there that's not realistic like that. They're fun, but they're not realistic like that, which gives this game a plus. This character runs pretty fast from what I'm noticing. Definitely a speedy character. This is honestly probably the longest time I've ever done a commentary, but I'm actually enjoying myself, which I always am every time I'm actually gaming and trying something new for the gaming community, so it's all good. Look at the aura of what Ray shows. It just sucks in the anime how Ray died because of Ro. Hit him in a pressure point in his spine, and then Toki had to hit him in a pressure point in his spine, and he only lived for like a few more days, and his death was just so messed up. I didn't like it too much. I honestly think he should have lived and not died at all. He would have been a big help. The character I'm fighting right now is pretty epic. He has a nasty moveset. I can't wait to show that off. Yeah, I pissed him off. He's pushing me away. And take a wave in the air. And he keeps jumping around. He knows if I connect the combos, it's gonna end up draining the hell out of his health, and then he's gonna be screwed. That spin in the air and then the slash, that's a triangle move, by the way. For Xbox, it would be Y. This move is so awesome. I fixed the sound audio too for the Fist of the North Star and Musou Orochi Z. It has to be on 5.1 audio on your PlayStation 3. If not, then the audio sounds for the characters' voices and everything, they won't you won't hear them. Like, you'll hear the music for the stage and everything, but you won't hear the characters' voices for nothing. Certain games need that, unfortunately, but I figured it out, so that's awesome. But this is Dark Monster Moon 87. I hope you all enjoyed this commentary and enjoyed this new series from Fist of the North Star, Ray's Solo. Stay tuned for more, and also be on the lookout for a whole bunch of other series, and peace.